Menstrual Festival, which is an annual festival to bring together people working to ensure that plastic-free periods become a reality in our society.
Environmenstrual campaign. It is all about periods, plastic and the planet.
I feel quite strongly that boys of their age need to understand what's happening with girls who are at the same age going through puberty, and that it's something that we don't really talk about in the UK. Things that they got to handle was excellent because normally they wouldn't really have that opportunity. I'm hoping it will have made them a lot less scared of these products and also a lot less embarrassed. It was putting some of them on their faces, making them laugh, so that hopefully they won't see it as something that is not for them and it's not for them to be touching. So I think that was really good.
Environmenstrual is quite a holistic campaign, so we look at how the period products affect not only the environment but also health.
What I try and plan is to get the educational side across so that people really understand why they're doing it, like why it's so important to know what their vulva looks like, why it's important to know what all the parts of their vulva is called, and then the fun bit at the end is just celebrating it by making a vulva of glitter and lace and pom-poms and feathers and all sorts of things.
It was really good, it was insightful. One, I didn't know what the difference between a vagina and a vulva was. And two, I realised the different parts of the vulva. So I feel like that may have not ever been taught to me at the beginning.
Demystifies the idea that you've got to go to a shop and buy something that's packaged in plastic, and almost our periods have become monetised and commercialised, and so actually bringing women together to sort of try and making something, it sort of gives people a choice, you know, to say actually I don't need to go to the shop and buy into this consumerist society.
This is called Badass. I want to be a badass, wave a jumbo tampon above my head, but then I get a nervous twitch and hide it up my sleeve instead.
Plastic pollution has become, from our periods, is the 5th most common item found on beaches at the moment, so in terms of plastic. And that's because millions of people are still flushing it down the toilet, which is really frustrating. And that actually we need to start still educating people about the fact that you don't flush them down the toilet, but also there's a whole education piece there around having bins and proper disposal, not just at home but at schools as well.
Found in India was there was just this tremendous amount of shame around periods. If you ask a girl what a period is, the only thing that she knows is that she's dirty. She doesn't know where the blood comes from, why she bleeds, or how to take care of herself. So we very quickly started an education program that encompassed biology, the emotional, cultural, and the spiritual side of periods.
And it's always nice to have these gatherings where we can openly and freely talk about menstruation, all the stigmas around, and everything cool that comes with bleeding.
I knew that change needed to happen and that I needed to raise awareness of the issue. So I decided to start a campaign which calls on manufacturers and supermarkets to take the plastic out of their period products.
The environment is such a topical issue right now because of our current climate emergency crisis. I wanted to find a link with that and women's issues, since of course I'm the women's officer, but also because it's just such it's a topic that's not really talked about. The problem isn't just about it's not just about climate change, it's about how climate change disproportionately affects women.
I think we had some really good discussions about the pros and cons of various different methods, so moon cups, period pants, and reusable pads, and there was a lot of kind of discussion about the sort of logistics of doing that, especially when you're living maybe in a corridor with mixed toilets, having to kind of empty a period cup might be quite difficult, but we kind of talked through some of the ways that you could do that. It's not like a sort of one-off, it's like a sort of ultimate commitment, if you choose to use a moon cup, you can only use a moon cup forever, you can mix and match with stuff.
It's always great fun coming to the Norwich Science Festival, and particularly here in the Forum. And today, where we've been working with the Women's Environmental Network, it's been wonderful because we've had so many people come up to our stand.
Experiencing great interest from different groups of people, families, young children, older women, men. It's been actually amazing. There's many people interested in alternatives and reusable options.
I've only just discovered Wen, but I've now following on Twitter and Instagram. I look forward to being able to make some of the products with them and seeing what they're doing and ways that I can then help the planet as well.
My partner has always tried to use various different reusables. Some of them are more comfortable than others, some of them work during certain periods of flow, that sort of thing, so it's always worth having a look into to see if you can get other alternative ones that work better.
Environmental Coalition partner Anglian water, and they have fantastic campaigns going on around unflushables, ensuring that wet wipes and tampons and pads, etc. aren't being flushed down.
Working with the Women's Environmental Network is great for us. It's really exciting as well to be able to work with our partners to achieve and make a difference in our environment. Because there's so much that we can achieve together by working in partnership rather than our own.